subbies and friends. It's early, so I'm talking kind of low. And I'm up here doing my hair, transitioning my hair from these little twists that's been in my hair, literally just sitting in my hair in a ponytail, okay? That's how I've been wearing my hair up in a little ponytail, but it's time for them to come out because I'm going to be washing my hair soon. And I just wanted to show what I'm working with, because what I did to put these twists in was I used the Kinky Curly Knot Today, some castor oil and some water, aloe water, and I just threw them in some twists after I washed my hair, and they just been sitting. And one thing you can tell about a good hair product, my hair still feels soft. There's no tang. One of the reasons I started recording was because I had no knots on my ends, and it's been at least 2 weeks in these twists. And these are not the best looking ends, okay? These are ratty little ends that need to be trimmed, okay? So you know you got a good hair product when you can put your hair in some twists for 2 weeks, maybe add some oil every other day, and you still don't have bad ends. They did not tangle, okay? And so I'm just coming in here to show you how easy it is to remove these after using my Kinky Curly Knot Today. And as you can see, this is practically gone, but I did purchase a new one, so we'll be talking about that too. So I'm just recording this moment so I don't forget, because sometimes we forget what we do to our hair. So one of the big reasons I had this YouTube channel is to remember what I've done. I've already taken this side out and added some water, a little bit of Kinky Curly, and some I think I might have put a little, some castor oil on my scalp. Hair still looks vibrant. I caught myself yesterday trying to retwist some of them because I thought I would just take them out, retwist them, and put them back in my ponytail. But, my hair just was acting a little weird, and some of the twists just didn't seem like, I don't know, it worked. I just added the Kinky Curly castor oil and then some shea butter because I had to get back on my shea butter. And they don't look bad, but I just was running into snags. Some of the hair was jamming in with each other, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to take them all out and retransition this style and start from the beginning. But what I'm going to do is just put it in a ponytail because I'm going to be washing my hair in about a week. But let's go ahead. I'm just showing you. So what I would do first is take my little bottle that I put my castor oil in, okay? Actually, this is the grapeseed one. I might need to label these, but I can tell by how light the oil is and how it moves, whereas the castor oil one is a lot thicker. You can see it. You see it moves just a little slower, whereas the grapeseed is really light. And I use the castor oil for my scalp for the most part, but I'm starting to put it on my hair too. I'm kind of confused if I want to use castor or shea. I love shea on my ends. I use them to spiral. Like if I'm done putting the twist in, I'll take it, just the shea butter, and just swirl it with shea butter, because it just seemed like the shea butter just has a nice texture compared to the castor, because castor oil is sticky. But come on, that's what I came on for, and interrupted my morning and tried to get cute just to show you, and show myself what I did. This week this month I had a really good experience with mini twists, or little medium-sized twists. Not the biggest thing I noticed, they did not knot on those ends. Okay, that is amazing to me. And I've been just wearing a pony top knot with a little scrunchie, okay? Yeah, so here's my grapeseed, and I'm just putting a little bit on my hand before I touch my twist. Now, yesterday when I was redoing my twist, of course, I always start with a plastic cap. If you have matted hair, and you want to start as close to the bottom as possible, but I'll put a plastic cap on just so that my hair will not be too matted. It won't be too many. It'll have a nice, healthy, moisturized hair strand. Because when your hair strands is moisturized, you don't run into as many mats. And another thing I'm trying to work on is starting from the very bottom and working my way up. I have a really bad habit of starting in the middle. So one of the things I'm really trying to work on is starting right from the bottom and put that oil first. You don't need to put water first, but to each his own. But with my hair texture and these fine strands, I like to just start right from oil before I add any water, just so if it's any mats, the oil is working it through. And there you go. Look how easy that twist came out. Wow, ain't that amazing? I'm like really trying to document some of these things with my hair that work. And as you can see, boom, okay, still looks moisturized, still look healthy. Okay, now one thing about wash day, when I was washing my hair the other couple weeks ago, because you know I'm lazy, I wash my hair about once a month. I've been co-washing, and it works with my routine. Anyway, one of the things I'm realizing is that I'm gonna put the castor oil on my scalp, just to treat the scalp a little bit. Oops, that was the grapeseed. Castor, I prefer castor. Okay, because I know that helps with my itchy scalp. It has tea tree in it, so it's antifungal. But yeah, so now I do that. Oops. Some water towards the ends. And I'm just going to leave that for a minute while I take the next twist out. So again, I add my grapeseed oil. And I'm just so impressed with these ends, guys. That's what I wanted to really capture. And I have to always remember to start from the tip, because that's something I am so bad at. Go right for the middle. And what I've learned is when you do that, you run into some knots, because anything that might be matted is going to jam. And you want to start from the bottom. Even though I know this is natural hair 101, we can know things and still not do it. Because a lot of times I start from the middle because the hair is not tangled, so it'll usually unravel. But with these raggedy ends, you want to be careful, because they will be the first thing that knot up, and it's gonna cause you to have to cut it, or just have to work harder to get the knot out. And knots are the thing that take the longest when it comes to natural hair. Removing knot head, and put that on my scalp. And this is the second section. And sometimes, like I say, I would probably just wait to add the water this time till they're all out, because sometimes the more stretched like this your hair is, the easier it is to manage or throw into a protective style. Because honestly, I don't have to add water, because if you know your hair, you'll know it is moisturized. But it make me just want to trim like that much off my hair. That's what I need to do. I really need to label these bottles. I don't mind putting castor oil as the one that I loosen my hair with, that I loosen the twist with, but castor's thick and sticky. And although they both do a great job, you know, it's all about how you feel when you're doing your hair. You know, I'm a texture person, and I like to feel the hair strands. Sometimes castor is just so thick that I just be like, oh my God. You know, but it does work good to still do the exact same thing. I'm sure most oils will work, because when your hair is already moisturized, it really is so much easier to manage. And moisture is not just putting water on. Like what happened with me when I washed my hair, you know, I co-washed, then I used the comb and used my Kinky Curly Knot Today, and I really made sure my hair was sealed and moisturized. And when I tell you, when you get your hair done the correct way, from the pre-poo all the way to wash day, and you lock that moisture in, you will have hair strands that behave very good for weeks, as long as you leave it locked in a protective style. But you gotta get the moisture right in the beginning. You gotta start right on wash day, and that's what I had to remember. Like, you gotta really get that wash day right, and that includes, to me, combing your hair, you know, and making sure you got moisture on it, washing it, of course. And once you get them strands locked with that shea butter, that castor oil, and a good leave-in or moisturizer, your hair will be okay. You don't need to keep adding water and all that. It's locked in. So I don't really mist it with water that much. I might do my ends every once in a while, but I just add my oils. I'll sit with my castor oil, and I'll go through my scalp, and then as you can see, it's still nice and moisturized even after me taking these twists out for weeks. It's quite amazing, because I've been using bad, not so great hair products for a while, and if I would have had my hair in the same hairstyle when I was using that Cantu avocado product that I liked when I first used it, but it did not hold up. You can tell a great hair product by how it holds up. My phone about to die, so I won't be on here that much longer. But you can tell a great hair product by how it holds up over time. And that's what I had to remember. I got my grape seed and I want to tell myself, go to the ends. But yes, you know, we forget sometimes because, you know, some of these hair products look great at first. They got all, you know, they look silky. They look like the hair is happy. And then on day 3, your hair looks dull. It's lifeless. When you get that good product, I'm trying to tell you, that Kinky Curly, there's other great ones out there too. You will see the difference. And Kinky Curly has such a simple ingredient. That's what makes me really love it. It's like 6 ingredients versus other hair products that have so much stuff going on. And when I see a whole lot of ingredients in a hair product, I'm always thinking there's so much room for error, okay? When one of them products either making my scalp itch or mixing somehow funny with other things where it just doesn't hold up. But honey, when I tell you this Kinky Curly is my new staple, I kind of don't even, like, I was buying hair products and I was like, I don't really need this Giovanni. Although I like it, I'm not mad at it. I'll always keep it in my, you know, little toolbox. But it's not, it doesn't do what Kinky Curly do. I don't know if they've changed the formula on Giovanni, but it definitely starts to get like dull. And it's like great if you add a lot of water, and it adds a lot of slip if you're trying to like comb your hair. But then when your hair dry, it doesn't seem like the Giovanni was giving me any shine. Okay, but I'm gonna keep going. I got a couple more twists, and then oh, these are the ones I did yesterday. See, yesterday I thought I was gonna just retwist them and leave them in for another week and take them out, and they don't look bad. But I think I'm just gonna put all my hair to the back, you know, like a little ponytail, because it helps me not deal with the thinning hair. Because if I have to, you know, that little thinning growing, the little patch in the back of my head that's growing back, I'm just gonna want to keep messing with it. So I'm gonna put my hair in a ponytail going back, and it should be great for wash day because it's already been combed and last time, and it's been kept, you know, in a controlled way. And now I just will have to co-wash and hopefully keep it going. Keep the detangle environment going. And one of the things that's also helping with my detangling is I literally made a decision this year that I was not buying any more products for a while that did not have the word detangle in them. When it comes to moisture, I don't have a problem with moisture. I know how to get my hair moisturized. What I have a real problem with is detangling. And that's because, yeah, I'm going to use this little section to cover my thin area. Let me just go. Yep, that's what I'm working with, y'all. That's what I'm working with. So right now, that's a whole nother video. I'm going to talk about my thinning hair and what I'm doing. Because there's been some serious changes and things I've realized about myself and my hair and what's going on. And, you know, it's crazy. But anyways, I'm just taking, I think this might be a twist I redid. Yeah, I really just came on to show you the raggedy twists and how easily they worked. I think this might be a raggedy one because my roots feel rough, yeah. And how my hair looked after at least 2 weeks of being in twist, and how basically my hair is looking after using the Kinky Curly as my moisturizer, you know, and how my ends did not knot. I was amazed. And it went back to what I was discovering, and what I was realizing is my hair needs, my lifestyle, my hair needs a detangler all the time. We're not gonna do nothing that just say moisturize, nothing that just say anything. It has to say, it has the components of a detangler. Because to me, I feel like I'm getting the best of both worlds if I'm able to have a product that also moisturizes but also has little properties of detangling. Now in this, actually, I do feel a little knot at the end. Now that could have been how I twisted my ends, but if you look, I did just run into something. Now one thing about this section of my hair, it's one of the most knot prone areas toward the back because it's kinkier, but I also think it has something to do with how I just moved that hair strand, that section, a little bit sloppily. So you'd be surprised when you don't have trimmed ends. It's just on that hair strand. I'm gonna take whatever scissors I have here, guys. I'm not sure if these are the best. These are not the best hair scissors, but they're gonna cut that a little bit. But look at that. Out of all these twists, I did not run into any knots but a little tiny one. that could have been a result of just twisting my hair funny or whatever. But look at that. Look at the ease, you know. And I thought I would get on here because these are moments I don't want to forget, so I can remember to do the same thing. Now my roots are a little roughed up here, and that's why you want to start right from underneath that mat and loosen it from the bottom, and then it just miraculously just comes apart, and you're like, wow, look at that. And sometimes I feel that's that new growth too, you know, it's kinkier. And then that's when I add my castor oil, because the castor oil is so, oops, I keep grabbing a grapeseed, Lord help me. Grapeseed got a nice light little feeling on your scalp. It's nice and cold, but that castor oil got the tea tree, and it's nice and thick for the roots. So now I'm just gonna add some shea butter, and I gotta take these twists out, but I'll do that off camera because those I already redid, so I'm sure they're not gonna be tangled. If you're having some issues, well, I think that, you know, the whole point of this video really was to show you, you know, it's possible to put your twist in and put your hair in a protective style, and it's healthy. It's not drying out. It may look dry. My hair looked like it was dry because it looked like a knot. I mean, it looked like a lock. It was looking, I could barely see the twist, but it wasn't, it was dry. I mean, it was moisturized and healthy. And you can tell when you take the twist out, your hair becomes alive. So if you're having a lot of problems with dry hair, I'm just adding some shea butter right now that I have sitting here. I love when I get them gray hairs come out. I don't know if you can see it, but every time I touch my hair, I be happy when the gray hair come out, because these gray hairs is out of control, honey. But yeah, I'm just using my little shea butter I got from a Juneteenth last year, or no, I might have got this online. Whipped it. You probably got some hair up in here. It's nice and soft, and I love it. If you whip these shea butters, they are nice and easy to apply. They are great on your ends, so I like to take them and just put the shea butter right on my ends. It just has such a nice buttery feel. But I'm not gonna be on here long. This video almost 20 minutes. I was just popping in to say what's up. Happy taking care of that hair, honey. Let's keep looking for easier ways to do what we do. And one thing that has made my life easier is bringing in this Kinky Curly, honey. Paying that little extra money, because even if you don't use Kinky Curly, if you are prone to knots, get something that says detangler, okay? And I'm noticing I'm not running into as many knots and jams because the product is adding whatever slip or component to make it work. Also, when you do wash day, if you can, get that comb out and get any knots out on wash day, because that's when you can put all that conditioner in your hair and just comb it out. You know, I remember when I would comb my hair with a deep conditioner in, or some type of, yeah, and it would feel weird, but I wouldn't run into as many shedded hairs. It would just be, my hair would be happy. But that's a whole nother story. Alright, so what I just did was I kept those twists that were in the back of my hair that I redid yesterday, which is basically the whole back of my hair. I left them in a little back, and then I threw what was loose in a ponytail. What's a simple ponytail with a headband? Put my little scrunchie on, honey. And I'm probably gonna wear my hair like this for the next week until I'm ready to start preparing a co-wash and wash my hair and start the cycle all again. And that's it for today. Have a good one. Bye-bye.